And right now with us, we have Magda Przelaskowska, who is the Senior Startup Partner Manager at Google for Startups. And when I was thinking how to introduce you, Magda, I first thought I'll just say that you studied in London and in the US. And then I just thought, why not actually introducing you as a windsurfer and ski instructor? But then I thought that maybe I should just tell that you help startups grow. And with this very quick introduction, Magda, the virtual floor is yours. I will just mute my camera right now and we'll be listening to your presentation.
Thank you so much for such a fun introduction. Yes, I work for Google for Startups, where I actually create educational programs for startups to help them grow and succeed. So yes, on top of other hobbies I have, this is mainly what I'm passionate about and what I do during my daily job. So we at Google, you probably know our story. We began in a garage nearly 2 decades ago, and our success was possible because of the resources and the network that was available in Silicon Valley. And we are strongly passionate and believe that startups are shaping the future, but we also know how tough it can be to create something big and something successful. So that's why we think that by sharing our resources and expertise and connections, we might be able to make that process a little bit easier. So we connect startups with the right people, products, and best practices to help them grow. And we have a global reach. We are present in many countries around the world with our own campuses, but also we have more than 75 partners in 64 cities who are also supporting startups via accelerators, via different tech hubs, programs, and other initiatives. And we also have 10 accelerators globally, from Brazil to Japan to Europe. So our mission is actually to level the playing field for startup founders and communities to succeed, connecting them with the best of Google. But you might ask, what does it mean in practice? So let's talk about what we actually have on offer for startups. So hopefully for you, the listeners. We build our offer around 3 core pillars. And those offers are shaped for startups at different stages. At the start stage, build and grow. So from starting up to scaling up. So the first pillar is actually technology, and this is what Google is best at. So we match startups and especially the tech teams from those startups with our Google engineers and other experts with technical background to help polish the products and services that startups are building. The second pillar is all about business and best practices and how to implement different processes or frameworks, for example, OKRs, objective and key results, that will help startups to focus on what matters most. Above all, we try to create communities. And during the conference, you've already heard, especially at the very beginning, how important it is to create that network and how important it is to know the right people. So this is what we try to do also during our programs and our initiatives, to connect founders with other founders and to connect startups team with other teams, to exchange knowledge, exchange expertise, and support each other. So now let's divide what we have by the stage you might be at. Let's begin with all of you who are just thinking about creating a startup, or maybe you just did this first step and you're wondering what's next. So we encourage you to go to the startup.google.com website. It's our one-stop show where we showcase all of our Google tools, content, and best practices. You can watch a video on different topics, or you can simply get inspired by the case studies of other founders that went through the same path. If, on the other hand, you want to have more hands-on approach, we are creating Startup School workshops. And you can check out them under the link campus.co/startupschool. So those workshops are short trainings on our key products, such as Google Cloud, Google Analytics, Google Ads. And especially when you are starting, it's really key to understand your customers, to check what are they doing on your website, where did they came from, what are they interested in, because with that you know exactly what's your target market, and you can actually with Google Ads find similar audiences to the ones that you already have, and by that you can increase your sales and the business is growing. So if you are interested in those products and insights and how to use them, here we have a list of trainings available. I've added the one that we just had on the 26th of May, which was on basic Google Ads knowledge, just for you to see how often we do them. But if you already know and are familiar with Google Ads, you can easily join the next session, which will more focus on how to optimize the campaigns that you already have. And that's going to happen on the 1st of June. And then on the 9th of June, we will have a workshop on how to advertise on YouTube. So if you're interested, please join. And then the build stage. So you already have a product or service, you're getting first customers, and you're starting to slightly grow. We've created a Founders Academy concentrated on business model mastering for you. The aim of that program is to understand and polish and improve your business model. So we work on the business model Canva, and we focus on key things that are really crucial when you build a business, such as client segmentation, who you should be targeting, what are those personas, such as value proposition, what benefits are you bringing to your customers, pricing, revenue and cost streams. And on top of that, we also bring the alumni, so founders that already been through that program, to share how they shaped their business model and how it impacted the business results. And actually on the slide, you can see a screenshot of the recent case study by Anya Kruk, who went through the program and who was sharing how it helped her to improve the business results of her company. And just a week ago, we graduated a 5th edition, which was on B2C startups. So we had 6 amazing startups finishing the program. In 3 weeks' time, there will be a 6th edition finishing, which was concentrated on B2B model. And all in all, after so many editions that we did, we see that it really impacted how teams are thinking about the business model, how they are improving, how it helps them to prioritize what they should do, and how it helps them to better prepare for the next phases of that business stage. So again, if you're interested, you can actually sign up to our newsletter at campus.co and look out for the next application phase for the 7th edition of the Business Model Mastering. So now the growth stage, that's the stage where you're already getting traction and you're growing fast and accelerating, and you might be thinking of scaling and going to other countries. So first of all, globally, we have the programs called Growth Academies, run for different categories. So, but in a nutshell, it's a few weeks program that concentrates on scaling up into going into new markets, as well as user acquisition. So how to acquire user fast with low cost, and how to enter and which markets to enter. So you work with mentors, you work during workshops to get insights and to analyze different opportunities globally, and to prioritize which countries to enter with your solution. We just launched and we just announced a cohort that is starting in Spain, and the Growth Academy under the topic of health and well-being. As well, we just started the Growth Academy for Czech, Slovakia, Hungary, and Romania for SaaS startups. And if you're curious, you can check the agenda, so what they will be learning. The link is on the slide. But having said that, again, look out for new growth academies. We are constantly opening new ones. So if this is something that you think might be useful for your startup, check out the website, and I'm sure soon you will be able to apply for a new Growth Academy for your region or for your category. Another initiative that we have, it's dedicated for mobile gaming startups. So we call it Gamecom. And under this initiative, we actually have a Slack community of more than 1,000 members right now, purely from mobile gaming ecosystem, very active with, as you can see here, almost 60,000 messages already. So really a great community where you can exchange ideas, thoughts, and basically help each other. On top of it, we do webinars. Last year, we had 14 of those. This year we already had 7, and again you can join live or you can view it later on YouTube. So if you're looking for a specific topic or a specific challenge you have, you can browse on YouTube and you can check the older videos to get more knowledge under the topic you are interested in. And a third thing we do is roundtables, and the idea here is really simple. So we gather specialists and we basically discuss certain topics. And the next Gamecom webinar is coming up on the 10th of June. It's going to be under the theme of Founder's Journey, Learning from Iteration. And you can sign up on the website gamecom.io. So now, our flagship program, Google for Startups Accelerator, that's something that we will be focusing on in the second half of the year. And that's a program that we already had 3 editions with 26 startups from 13 countries. And we have this kind of 360 holistic approach. So we focus on 3 different themes. One is technology. Again, I already mentioned at the beginning, but this is where Google can help the most, is to connect tech teams with our Google engineers and work on the product and services that are being developed within the company, especially around ML solutions and cloud solutions. The third pillar is business and marketing. So what kind of processes to implement when the company is growing, where you're hiring a lot of people, what kind of people's operations you should have, what business operations to set up, who to hire, and also user acquisition. When you're scaling, you want to scale even faster. So what tools and what solutions can you use to acquire those users and increase your sales or awareness of your brand? And the third pillar is leadership. And we found it crucial when the company is growing that the founder needs specific leadership skills. So it's not only you and 3 other people, it's actually you and a big team. So you need to know how to inspire the team, how to really be that leader that can drive the engagement of the team, that can set up a mission and vision for the company. So we will be working with the founders on the soft skills and the soft approach. Because it's really key to build the right company culture as soon as possible, because with the right culture, you can attract great talent and the results will follow. So the profit and business results is actually secondary. If you have those other things right, for sure you'll get great business results as well. And here, just to show you the results of our previous cohort that went through the accelerator. So just to show you how impactful is the program, the group that went through the program increased the app downloads by 76 millions. They increased the monthly recurring revenue by 74%, and that accounted for over $1 million. And throughout the program, they were working with more than 70 mentors from around the globe. Right now, the programs are online due to COVID, and for obvious reasons, we cannot meet in person. But the good side of it is that we can actually include mentors from really around the globe, that they can dial in and work with those startups and really help them to accelerate and thrive. So now it's my pleasure to announce another accelerator that we are launching called Google for Startups Accelerator Europe. And at this moment, our economies need innovation and entrepreneurship more than ever. So we are launching this accelerator, and we want to concentrate on helping startups in health tech and well-being categories. So what to expect? It's going to be a 3-month online program followed by the graduation ceremony. And the workshops that will be run throughout this accelerator will focus around technology, growth, product, design, and people. But 60% of the time during the program will be spent with mentors. So that's going to be mentors from Google engineers teams, but also with external experts. Because we saw that especially when the startup is already big, the impact that we can create is actually when working one-on-one on your specific challenge and on your specific topic. And as with all of our programs, you will have access to the alumni community. And that's one of our aims, to really connect you with other founders, connect you with other teams to support each other, because that's really crucial. And who are we looking for? So first of all, obviously, we look for startups from the healthcare and well-being category, based in Europe, with minimum of 10 people in the team, preferably post-seed Series 8 stages. And of course, we look for people who are willing to learn, who are willing to use our technical expertise and products to accelerate and to achieve great results. And we say sky is the limit, but it depends on the founders and on the teams. If you are willing to learn and dedicate time, then for sure you will get great results, and you will manage to really learn a lot during the program. And of course, you need to be ready to accelerate, because if you have other things on your mind, like for example, if you're now actively raising money, that's probably not the best time to also join the program. But if you have time and you're willing to invest a few hours a week into the program, then for sure you should check it up and sign up or apply. So key dates, super important. We will be opening applications on June 14th, and they will be open during the summer until August 23rd. So this is the time when you can apply, and this is the time where you can go to the website, campus.co/EMEA/accelerator. The application will be there. We will be doing short interviews at the beginning of September, and then we will be choosing a final cohort, which will be announced at the end of September. And the program itself will start on the October 5th, and we will finish on December 9th with a graduation ceremony and a showcase day where you will be able to present your solutions and present how you accelerated the business and the growth, and how you polished your product or service that you've been working on. So if you're listening, and if you think that one of those offers is something that you should get involved, please go to the website, sign up, and we'll be happy to support you and support your team to help you thrive. So thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for the presentation. I just want to, because I have some questions which I wrote down for you, I want to just, by the way, thank all the attendees. I was also checking the stage and event chats, and I realized that not only you are setting up one-to-one meetings, but also you are copying your LinkedIn accounts, URLs. It's amazing. I mean, do network, that's exactly why we are here. And also somebody asked about the networking. So yes, in a moment when we finish our presentation, there'll be 1 hour of lunch break when you will be able to not only to connect with each other, but also to see our exhibition booths of our partners. So definitely check it out, because there are some offers hidden there. So just go and see all of them. But now I have some questions because, of course, I've seen all these numbers. I've seen all your slides. I remember you said you have like around 1,000 people on Slack chats. Do you remember it correctly? 1,000.
Yes, that's true.
Or so.
That's the mobile gaming community, very active. And
how many startups do you have in total? I'm just curious.
Well, it's not like we have them. We create communities, but I can tell you that when it comes to campus members, we have almost 10,000 members there, and around probably 4,000 or 5,000 startups that signed up.
Fantastic. So it's definitely not only a chance to grow up your business, but also to meet other people from similar or different industries.
Definitely, especially during the programs. This is what I think I mentioned a few times, but yeah, especially when you join the program, you work on your solution, and very often people are realizing that other founders are going through similar challenges. So yeah, it's always good to support each other.
No, absolutely. That's what the community is for. What about the requirements? I know that the 5th of October is the, let's say, kickoff date. Before then, if you could just say it again, because I know that there are some requirements. So if you could comment on that, please.
Yes. So the applications will be open on the 14th of June, and we look for startups from the health tech and well-being categories based in Europe. So really a broad and diverse group. Also, that's another thing. The more diverse group, the better results. So that's why we kind of open it for the whole Europe and Israel to join us and to apply. And the other requirements is that the team needs to have a minimum of 10 people, and we require the CEO, CTO, and CMO to actively join the program because we have offer for all those three groups.
No, it's fantastic.
And it's a post-seed Series A stage.
No, it's great because we just had a session on health tech. So I'm pretty sure that not only people came to listen to these speakers, but if you have a health tech business, definitely join Google for for Startups initiative. But you said the requirements, 10 people. Imagine I'm having 9 people. So what's going on with people who are just below the requirements?
Well, we'll see. It all depends. We would prefer to stick with the requirements because that's just fair to all the applicants. So the requirements, I think, are not that many in the way that it's just a few, just to give it a direction. So we would prefer to stick with this framework.
Absolutely, absolutely right. It's something. I'm really actually happy that it came straight after health tech, and I didn't see your slides before, so I'm really pleased that it actually quite nicely intertwines. Okay, community, but how much does it cost? Yes, I wonder what is the...
Well, here I have really great news for you because everything we do at Google is for free. So we don't take any money for it. We don't take any equity. We do it because that's our mission. And we believe that if startups succeed, we all succeed. So it's a one environment. And that's why we strongly believe that by helping startups, it will also help us.
No, I absolutely agree, and I really want to see more and more startups in Poland and in our region, simply because it simply creates not only opportunities and connections, but I mean, Kingsley at the very beginning of this conference mentioned that if we create opportunities in Poland, we don't have to go back. But if we ever wanted, we would have a place to go back, and
True.
I wouldn't have to go to Berlin or to.
And actually, I have to say that we are getting better and better. Startups are growing. We have more and more successes. So I actually came back after 10 years being abroad, strongly encouraged to check out opportunities in Poland as well, because I think we are getting stronger and stronger when it comes to creating startups, but also investment is growing.
Which will be also covered after the lunch break in the investment in CEE region.
Yes, so stay tuned and find out how it's growing and what are the opportunities.
Absolutely. And my very last question. So can you just say it again, how to apply?
Yes, so you have to go to the website campus.co/EMEA/accelerator. The application will be there in June, so still you need to wait a little bit for it, but that's the landing page where you will find all the info and where you will be able to apply from 14th of June.
Fantastic. Magda, thank you very much for your time.